We'd also like to recognize and include the Port of Oakland, because it was the Port of Oakland who said yes when approached to raise the flag of the United Nations. No other city was prepared to raise the flag. And I'd like to introduce to you the President of the Port of Oakland, Mr. Ces Butner.
My name is Ces Butner. I'm the President of the Board of Commissioners for the Port of Oakland. And thank you all for coming to Jack London Square this morning. Jack London Square here is owned by the Port of Oakland and operated by development partners. But the port also operates the seaport over here to our left, as well as the airport out there. So I want to make sure we give props to the Port of Oakland here, first of all. On behalf of the Board of Oakland Port Commissioners and port staff, I'd like to congratulate the United Nations in honor of their 68 years of humanitarian and peacekeeping work. We thank the UN for the valuable work that they do both domestically and internationally. In fact, our commission passed a proclamation at this Thursday's meeting, and if you allow me, I'd like to read that proclamation. Whereas the Port of Oakland recognizes the key role of international trade in maintaining peaceful relations and prosperity among the peoples of all nations, and whereas the Port of Oakland collaborates with the City of Oakland and the Oakland Public Schools to support the Flag of Nations and United Nations flag raising in order to commemorate the founding of the United Nations on October 24th, 1945, and whereas 68 years after the 50 nation states adopted the Charter of the United Nations in order to maintain peace, the number of member nations has increased to 194, did we just read? And whereas the Port of Oakland supports the theme of United Nations Flag Parade and flag raising on Saturday, 26 October 2013, alleviating poverty, inequities, and disparities, and therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the Port of Oakland commends the United Nations Association of the East Bay for advocating, educating, and collaborating about the commemoration of United Nations Day. The U.S. East Bay has kept its commitment to the partnership with the Port of Oakland, City of Oakland, the JROTC, and the Oakland Public Schools, as well as the Oakland Friends of the United Nations, to support Flag Parade and the United Nations Flag Raising Ceremony at the United Nations flagpole in this very Jack London Square spot. One, I might add, that's the conclusion of our resolution, but I might add that we took this spot here when one other city across the bay, I won't name which one, wouldn't accept it at that particular time. But we did, and we are proud of it, and we are proud of our association with the association. And we want to make sure that we continue this for years to come. Thank you.